Well, guys, it's pretty evident that there's a lot of animosity here between a lot of the staff members, and that's not really a good thing. It's a very good possibility that you know we need to start all working together, or the people that can't work together probably should resign from PWI. I'll say this because I'm a past administrator. I founded PWI. Mike's been involved with PWI. Grant's been involved with PWI. Scott's been involved with PWI, and Russ is a current administrator. Plus, we do have experts here on staff that it was brought to my attention that when folks post in their forum, it gets answered, and people's feelings don't get hurt. And I'm going to say this. I guess the other video got cut off. Everybody else in those other forums that are named, they're not experts. Jim's not an expert. Tony's not an expert. I'm not technically an expert. Experts have a definition, and usually they're somebody that's published, somebody that teaches or trains in courses. Now, Tony is putting together some things about garage cleaning, or not garage cleaning, filter cleaning and coil cleaning, and he's on his way. But as far as I know, Jim, Chris from Apple, Don Phelps, none of them have any type of curriculum to put anybody through that's solid yet. I know that some of those other guys have some stuff in the works, but it still hasn't been done. I'd like to get more expert forums because it seems like people just get cut dry answers, and then other contractors don't get their feelings hurt because there's a different way per se to skin a cat. There are lots of methodology out there that people need to open their eyes to and realize that even Tony might even realize that there's somebody else out there quicker than him cleaning a coil. Who knows? Hadn't yet be found yet. Or one of Tony's students even might offer some advice to Tony to do something different or better as this progresses and goes on. Who the heck knows? But one thing's for sure, guys, is this little pity fighting amongst the staff has got to stop. It's ridiculous. We're in this together, supposedly, for the betterment of the industry. If you don't believe that, then there's another reason you should resign. The other thing too is that staff members need to start participating with valuable information, or they should resign. We shouldn't have to ask anybody. If you're overwhelmed with what you're doing, and you shouldn't, you don't have the time or the commitment, we thank you for all your past help. But if you're just hanging out to stay behind the scenes on PWI, then there really isn't a reason to be there. Now, don't get me wrong, we have honored members of PWI that have been there since the beginning, that are valuable to the BBS. And if they don't contribute, that's one thing. They've been invited to be there. Others have been asked to be there to participate and to help the board run smoother, especially to help Russ do his chores. Now, here's the thing that I see that's wrong, and I want to say it again. Russ has been the best administrator the board has had yet to date, including myself. But I'm going to give Russ, because he's a friend of mine, some advice. What he's doing wrong in his recent administration is he's not going to those people, his peers, and polling them and asking them what they think about a situation. Second, I think he's jumped to some decisions without thinking about them. We all need to remember that, one, if there's a post in there that you think's wrong, we can hold it in a deleted area that's really not deleted. We just move the post. No one on PWI should delete anything. And I know it myself. Scott knows it. Russ even knows this. The next day you feel differently about something than you do at the time you do it. That's all I see possibly to what's going on here. And I do know that you know, Russ is the final. He's the final decision maker. That's it. But in light of everything that's happened, I think Russ needs to go to his staff members and sometimes get their advice. He needs to start doing that again. That is very important. That's what a good admin does. He's always done it in the past. In the recent days here, he's made decisions on his own, and really that's not the way we've ever done it. Doesn't mean he doesn't have the final say, but that's not the way we've always done it in the past. That's not going to be the way we're going to do it in the future. That's what we all do. And besides, if you don't want to do that, or if anybody that administrates the board doesn't want to do that, he doesn't need a staff. That's plain and simple. As a staff member, you need to feel like you're here and you do have a say. Otherwise, what are you here for? You really wouldn't be here for anything other than to say you've got your name on here as a staff member. And I'm not positive that there's a value in that either. You help with the board. We appreciate it. Everybody should be doing their part. This fighting amongst you guys it looks silly. I'm glad it's in a private area, but it still looks silly. It's unprofessional. What the UAMCC does and what PWI does and what NCE does, it has nothing to do with Jim or Jim's garage cleaning. Jim, so some of you guys know the story to what happened. Here's exactly what happened. What the heck is that called? The reputation points. The reputation points that I, as the owner of the BBS, or founder of the BBS, didn't even know existed until somebody made a thread about reputation points. And then guys started pounding the reputation points up and falsifying their own reputation by messing around with one another. I thought the thread was cute. I thought it was funny. I mean, I didn't think the thread was a big deal. Russ found negative responses that were put in by at least 3 members on Jim's thread. Himself, his son, and Jonathan. And I don't know if there was another one or not, but I know that they were negative comments that were made to give him negative feedback. Russ took the points down. We don't know how the points work, because I'm going to tell you, I didn't even know they existed. Tony claims that he knows exactly how they work, because that's why he gave him the negative points, was to see how many negative points it takes down. But what everybody doesn't realize is that when you keep getting negative points, the first time it may take 15, the next time it takes 30, the next time it might take 100. It keeps increasing with the negative feedback. So it's not a dead nut science that says every time you get a negative feedback you get 15. It doesn't work like that. Well, Russ was trying to do Jim a favor, took the negative feedback out for him. Well, somewhere along the line, Russ got accused of extracting his reputation points. Russ didn't extract his reputation points. Went to the control panel and looked. Couldn't find anywhere in there where Russ extracted points. But when he extracted the bad feedback out, it obviously must have given him, it must have taken points off of there unknowingly. But all Russ was trying to do was take the points off so that he didn't have bad feedback. Well, then when Jim attacked him for accusing him, of course, Russ is going to leash back. That's exactly what happened. I'd be upset too if somebody had accused me of doing some harm to them when you were only trying to help them. And that's where we're at with the whole reputation points. And the silly thing is that happened 4 weeks ago, and we're still talking about it today. Now, this latest thing that happened, I told Jim. I said, Jim, leave Russ alone. Don't mess with Russ. Don't fool around with it. Let it go by the wayside. Everybody is out there trying to run their business, and Russ, he gets bothered by this board on a daily basis. People don't even realize it.